Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Final Fantasy XVI. We are in Dalamil and of course the Akashic bandits are on their way. And what we need to do now is get out there and kill as many as we can. Cutting it off at the source. So I'm guessing let's get out of there, jump on our chocobo and kill some bandits.
Sighting an Akashic
Just coming through.
Raise the alarm immediately. The messengers...
And I did decide on something in between the episodes, and that's just to do most of the hunts just in between the episodes, because most of the fights are basically the same. It's just me just doing my combos until they're down, dead and over with. So I thought I wouldn't be super excited to watch, and I do want the rewards from it, because they can become really useful. So I will probably spend some time on that.
But what's waiting for us inside?
Lots and lots of enemies, I'm sure. Let's see, we can bypass a few and go straight for the leader. Because even if we cannot destroy all of them, if we can destroy the strongest one of them, that would already help a lot.
We can't leave a single one alive.
No, trust me, we won't.
Let darkness fall!
How many are behind us? I think that's most of it. I see one more behind us, but let's make sure that Joshua will take care of that. Come on, Joshua, he's still there. No, I think I got him. That wasn't too bad. Pretty good. Yeah, take the hits for me.
Nice try.
Come on, you're almost broken again. Good. So far this does seem the strongest of the bandits, but we still need to get back to town and see what's left over there. Enemy slain. Yes, give me all the resources.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
So true. Because we did ride past a few of them in order to get here, so at least a few reached the town. Sometime later.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
The kids.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
He will. Regardless.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
I'm sure if you want a special hat, someone can make it.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubo. About the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamel.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
He is the better leader for Dalamil for sure, but the way they treated him, yeah, it was not a fair treatment. At least now people might think better of bearers, at least. It's a start. Quest completed. So what do we get for this? Is it an orichalcum as I hoped? It is not. And I really wanted it. Oh well, we have a lot more quests at the hideaway. And in between, I did fight a few hunts that gave us orichalcum, so we have enough to make what we want, but I need more. There's so much more. Breath of Light. Impulse cooldown. Alright. Is there anything else in town? Doesn't seem like it. Nothing here too. Good, I'm guessing that we can go to Hideaway, because that's then the only place where we have quest notifications. Perfect, that is all well and rounded off. But since we're here, let's make the equipment pieces that I wanted. I did want to get an orichalcum from that quest, like the other ones on the map, and then make all the pieces at once. Since we didn't get one, I will make 2 out of the 3 things that I had in mind.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be?
One is of course the most important one, the Gotterdammerung. Because look at the increase in attack power and stagger. We'd be crazy not to switch it now that we can make this, so yeah. It's mine.
No scratches, right?
Can we reinforce it? No. Can you imagine that? Reinforcing that weapon would make it insane. Definitely. And then we have on the necklaces, the belts, we have Ouroboros, which increases by 2 and 4, and on the bracelet I think they have a version as well, which is the Sons of Ouroboros, which it does seem that I still need a stained loincloth, so there are more monsters that need to be beaten for that. So it's very clear we're gonna make the Ouroboros.
Should last you a good while.
It will. So for now, we need to find one more orichalcum, and we need to find the hunt that gives us the stained loincloth. And it's just for 3 extra defense points, but I still want it. So it should be good.
Fine.
Alright, let's pick up a few more quests for us to do here. Because we aren't done yet, so I think these 2 will be next on our agenda.
You alright?
Let's ask him about Origins first.
About that.
If there's anything I can do to help you kill this Ultima bloke, just say the word, huh? You could promise to take Sid's name off my hands.
Oi!
I don't even joke about that anyway. I thought you said you hadn't finished with it yet. I did, didn't I? Now, if you wanted to give me an even grander title, something to rival your Sid the Outlaw, that would be a different story.
Let's see.
Gav the Magnificent? Gav the Almighty? Gav the Lionheart? Something along those lines? I'll leave that to you to decide. I'm sure you're more than capable of choosing the perfect moniker for Sid's right-hand man. Right-hand man, huh? I'll take it.
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Ed is due any day now. I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Of course we'll help.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Yes, let's make it a priority. Isn't our chocobo also silver, or is it more of white?
Can't say I've ever seen a silver chocobo myself, but I have seen one of their feathers. Look just like a normal one, only silver, obviously. Well, grey.
Alright, I'll do my best. Let's first pick up another quest as well. Ah, you're set on this plan of yours then? I am. Huh, you never were one to shy away from a fight. Some might say it runs in the family. Your father will be proud.
Thank you, Uncle.
I know he'll be with us up there.
As for down here,
You may take comfort in the knowledge that the realm will be in my capable hands until you return. Indeed.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies, and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle.
And he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course we don't mind, and besides, we're from royal descent. Yes, we might technically be an outlaw right now, but we are coming from royalty, and it should be enough.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Okay, this priority will come after. First we help Gav.
Don't worry, my boy. Rutherford is in Randalar this very moment, singing your praises to all and sundry. They'll adore you.
Okay, let's see. Silver lining. And there it is for the gates of Randalar. Alright, let's go speak to the merchants. Let me guess, once they find the silver chocobo, we have to defeat it and pull out all his feathers.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gutted hovel, not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Alright. First merchant we talked to, and pretty good intel.
The feller who claimed he was attacked didn't linger here long. Said he was gonna go back and capture it. Prove us all wrong. And that was the last we ever heard of him.
Oh well. If you can find a bit more clues on where he actually is, then we can go and help him. At least make sure he comes back. One of the merchants is bound to be here, right?
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now, let's get this stalls.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
So this one was kinda useless.
The hills around the rest are crawling with wild chocobos. If you're not too picky about the colour of their plumes.
Which is an indicator that there are a lot of chocobos out there. So it's not a foregone conclusion that there are no silver chocobos. With the hint of the other one that said that someone said he was attacked by it, we should get the information we need. Just have to find where that merchant is.
You look like you could do with a drink. When I was a little girl...
My family owned a bearer. They let her sleep in a corner of the barn and her play with me, teach me letters. We never ate together or slept under the same roof, but even so, she was like family. I was with her on the day she died. She held me in her arms and whispered in my ear, "My darling Martha, I'm so glad you didn't awaken." It was only years later that I found out she wasn't just a servant. She was my grandmother.
My grandmother?
And I watched her die in the corner of a barn on a pile of old straw.
I swore then and there
that I was going to do everything in my power to bring an end to all of this. To never stop fighting until the day when Barris can live free, just like she deserved to. And you know what? When I see that glint in your eyes, I reckon that day might be along sooner than I dared to hope. True, if we succeed, there might be a good chance that it will be really soon. We're long after Rosalit got ransacked that Sir Wade and his men turned up at our gates begging for shelter.
The wind right up us.
It did. The sight of them all dressed in filthy rags, we were worried that they might be cutthroats come to thieve and pillage. But some of the folks they'd helped escape from the capital recognized them and set us right.
And thank goodness they did.
I couldn't have dreamt of better guests than the Guardians. They took the bearers under their wings and taught the Blood Axes how to fight like true Shields or Rosaria. And when night fell and they'd all gather around the bonfire to sing songs of the old duchy, why, it was enough to bring a tear to your eye.
Like being back in the glory days.
It was. Was them the knights in shining armor come riding to the rescue.
Half of me wishes they hadn't left.
For Eastpool, but the other half knows they're better off up there. And they're only a stone throw away if we ever need them. And we're just down here if they need us. God, that's what Rosaria is all about. Not breeding knights and moaning maidens, but proud, hard-working men and women helping one another out. True.
It ain't exactly a bed of roses.
Right now, we've got the ether floods cropping up all over, and new arrivals turning up at the gates near enough every day, begging for us to take them in. Ever since the skies turned, it's been a struggle just to survive. But you won't hear any of us complaining. Not least cause we're finally free of the Empire's grip. The garrison has been pulled back east, and a few remaining Black Shields have gone with them. Which also means we don't have to fear for our bearers no more. We can even treat them like human beings as they are, just like they are doing up in Eastpool.
And that's just the start.
If we can make a good go of Eastpool, it'll show the rest of the realm you can live without magic, without slaves, that we can all be free. Very good.
Stop by for an ale any time, eh?
But where is the merchant? It's probably outside. It is saying he's in town, but not where. Alright, let's check the showboat stables. And if he isn't there, we're gonna go all the way to the back end of town. Nope, he's not there. And this doesn't tell us anything yet. Just tell us it's in the area. Now, I'm sure we'll find it.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even if
There he is.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Every few years someone comes along claiming they've sighted a silver bow, but the truth of the matter is, there ain't no such thing. You'll find nothing but bloodflies and bandits on Rhiannon's ride. Mark my words.
Well, it's close enough anyway, so we might as well check it out. And if there is, we can subdue it for its feather.
Fly, Ambrosia. Can hardly make out a blooming thing.
If we're gonna be there, will we find the guy that was going back to capture it? Or is this gonna be like clues to where the chocobo might is? Yeah, I see you. Okay, so where would they be? How big is the circle? It's got to be the separate part.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change.
Yeah, this is where I would look for it.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The Chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
It might be hiding, isn't it? If that's the case, it must be a very smart Chocobo.
I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
I did see more than one feather in that nest. Can you not just bring all of them and make an extra bit of change?
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gad before they change their minds.
Yeah, there's been enough killings in the area. Alright, let's get back to the hideaway. And let's hope this is enough.
It was no trouble at... Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long
Good for
nights in
him.
the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Alright, we'll come with you. No problem. I do like the fact that Amber was here in this quest, cause one of the quests that we did earlier is actually Amber doing his trial, semi-succeeding, semi-failing, and going to the pit to train up so he can defeat his own monsters as well. And apparently he did, and that got him an extra ingredient. So now I wonder how would this quest have been if we hadn't done that quest before this. Did we have then another step to find some wood for him? Very curious, but also very happy indeed.
I don't want Gav to give up being a scout, honest.
I know. We're going to, well, the hospital. That would be the place where you find someone who's expecting, isn't it? The place where they can get the perfect care.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did, aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, me lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
I'm sure you can. And looks like Gav has at least a bit of interest in her. Because he was definitely nervous.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Oh, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labor. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
His inheritance. I like Gav. The hero who doesn't know it. Because like Clive said, where would they be without him? Nowhere.
I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Gotta get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Hey, that's what family is for. Brothers take care of each other. A winter mead.
One of these days. One of these days, I swear, it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Like I said, like Gav, but that quest took a bit longer than I thought it would, so we're not gonna start with Byron's quest, we're just gonna pick up another one. So we already have 2 at the ready for the next episode. So where do we have more left? 2 at the Haven, and that should be the last 2. We are really getting through them, isn't it? Yeah, once we complete all those 3 quests, we will try to talk to everyone, see if there are any texts we haven't seen yet, and then we'll make our way, well, to the halls of Origin and see how the game ends. But there is one other thing I want to do before then, and I might do it after I pick up one of these quests.
What do you think happened to...
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange.
Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Ah, right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Yeah, we'll go check with her.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Oh, why not? Shall we pick up the last one as well? This is where we need to be. Where are you, last one? Maybe upstairs? Because of the map, we can only see from the top. Yeah, there it is.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
Nope, I'll go instead.
You are a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Alright. A litany of errors. Okay, so right now we have all the quests available to us at the moment. So the only thing we need to do is finish them. Yeah, we're getting so much closer to finishing Final Fantasy XVI. In 2 or 3 episodes we might be there. So close. Alright, the one thing I want to check is with the renown we've been getting, I think I've passed this threshold of getting the one item that I wanted.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Okay, so the Fate Undying for the Ring of Swift Shot and the Genji gloves, alright. And this is the Fallen Enigma. I'm pretty sure that will also trigger a new thing we can make, which is probably very, very good. Well, we are getting closer, so who knows? Maybe we'll get it.
You earned this. Come again. I may
Thank
have
you.
more for you.
You might.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away. That'd mean the crystal is...
Alright, let's get over to our gear. I do like the golden color, so if we can get a few more of those around, I wouldn't say no to that. So defense by 30, increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%, so it doesn't show us anything outright, it's just what it is. And what is this? It increases maximum HP. Because maximum HP is in a way also a form of defense. Maybe we can get an actual defense badge that does do more than that. More time on the tonics. We have a lot of things, that's for certain. Alright, so we have the Breath of Fire, which will reduce the Flames of Rebirth, which 12 seconds is a lot. We haven't been using it a lot anymore, so we might change it to the Genji gloves, and I will keep thinking about whether or not to switch over to the Adamantite. This, however, increase healing potency of potions by 40%. It is very nice though. But how effective is it really? Yeah, just thinking. Because if we get another accessory, which might be golden, then we might be able to get 6 golden items and be fully decked out for the last fight. It will be amazing. Well, something to think about in between the episodes. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue with the final 3 quests. And with a little bit of luck, we might be able to finish it. If so, you know what happens next. See you then. Bye bye.